yeah, before we start, just want to say a massive thank you again for everyone who's subscribed to the channel. Welcome. Follow us on us doing up this camper van. Round the back is what we're doing. We've not got any fancy equipment. Trying to keep it real. Let's see if we can. I started off doing it sort of with limited everything, thinking, well, can it be done? Can it be done on a real, let's say a budget, but can it be done around the back? And you know what? So far we're doing all right. One size painted, and yeah, we're doing all right. I'm pleased with everything that we've done so far. So yeah, we're just going to carry on seeing if we can instead of throwing loads of money at it for someone else. So let's see if we can do these jobs ourselves. A lot of the jobs I haven't done myself before, so if you've got one or a similar project and not even a VW, don't let it put you off. There's plenty of people that will help. That's what I found anyway, and the people that are leaving comments for me are absolutely fantastic. So thank you, and let's crack on with a bit of work. I'll show you what I've done this week. Well, I haven't done much, but I'll show you what I've been up to, and then we'll move on, show you what we're going to do. So just bear with me just a second. So yeah, that is done. Sealing the windows done. Did that, I think it was in the week. Lisa helped. I didn't film it, to be fair. There's normally a lot of swearing, so I didn't want to put that on video. But new seal comes from Seals Direct. Needs tidying up around there, and he also recommended, when I spoke to him on the phone, before you put the locking bead in, I ran some, and you could still get around the back, I ran some Sikaflex sort of a glass sealer in there, and we've had plenty of rain and it's not leaking, so I am one happy bunny with that. So hopefully that's that window sorted. Move on to something else. No more leaky windows, so I'm happy with that. I'll show you what else we've got coming up. Van's still looking nice, needs another bit of a polish. Show you what's in that box in a sec. That's exciting. That's in a couple of videos to come. So today, so then what's left? So it's this side, isn't it? Obviously. So got to start getting some filler in those seams. To be fair, sliding door is good. Front door is good because we did those repairs, seems like ages ago now when we was in lockdown. And then we can get this side in paint, and then she's pretty much ready for all the fun stuff. Well, I'm classing it as fun, something completely different, so it'll be everything we need for inside, which I'm looking forward to, something I've never done before. I'm going to be asking to borrow my sister's sewing machine so I can have a go at making all the seat covers myself. Again, something else I've never done. But you know me, watch a few YouTube videos, I think I'm an expert in everything. So, and what I did buy in the week as well, I bought some limo window tint, so I'm going to have a go at tinting the windows myself as well. Tint was from Amazon. To be fair, the price, you might as well have a go at it yourself first. So the tint was sort of £10. I don't know how much it is to tint a van. I think I was quoted 150 or something like that to do the windows in the van. So for 10 quid, I'm going to have a go myself. Right then, I will show you now what we got in this box, what's come. It's exciting, stuff we need. So bear with me, I'll get it all out and I'll show you what we've got and what we're going to do. So the sun always comes up just as you're going to point the camera. So yeah, as you can see, we've got all the stuff ordered for the rear brakes. They need doing, definitely, for the sort of the MOT that's looming, coming up end of November time. So I bought the kit, so drums, brakes, spring kit, cylinders, brake hoses. The only thing I put on extra was obviously for the rear trailing arms. I might as well change the bushes while I've stripped it all back. And I had it all from Just Campers. And with the VAT and everything else, that can come to £153 and 22 pence. And I don't think that was bad price, to be fair. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I did look about a little bit from the places where I normally get, and it was pretty much for the kit coming out about the cheapest. So that's something I'm going to do. So So yeah guys, one thing I am going to do with this van is anything mechanical, brakes, sort of engine wise, stuff that's solely going to let me down when I actually start travelling and going camping this van. I'm not going to scrimp on. I am on the outside, I've seen if I can make do whatever I can, but the important stuff, like everything that keeps this van on the road, if it needs new, it'll have new. Simple as that. I'm not going to sort of quiver on the price. That's why some of that down there may be okay, but you know what, let's just change it. That's what I'm thinking. You've heard me say this a million times, I have no intention of selling the van, and I want to keep it on the road. So anything it needs sort of mechanical, I'm not going to go, oh that'll do, because it won't. At the end of the day, it's going to take me and my family away in it. So money, I'll say money will be no object, but you know, I'm not going to certainly scrimp and whatever on anything it needs sort of. That's going to end up finding me broken down somewhere on the middle of the road on our first camping trip away. So yeah, so that'll be in videos to come. Not going to do that this weekend, haven't got the time, but yeah, that'll be in videos to come. That's where you guys come in. I say I'm fairly new to all this kind of mechanics, so I have done bits and bobs before, but if you know any useful videos that you see on YouTube, ones or if you've done it yourself, you know what, stick it in the comments below, stick a link, give us a chuck. I know you do anyway, you help me out loads with giving me handy tips and tricks and whatnot, so thank you. Just put it in the comments. Alright then, I'll best crack on with a bit of work on this van. Let's even get it in something to filler on that side. So I'm going to try and get this side, well this quarter panel, all filled up. Catch you guys in a sec. So normal, let's just start with a bit of fiberglass. Getting those seams. The reason we went in the seams because it was all filled on the opposite side and I wasn't going to dig them all out. And have you heard me mention loads of times that I quite like it when it's all looking smooth down the one side, no seams. It's probably not for everyone, it's not original. So yeah, carry on with that, wait till that dries, knock that off, and then maybe put a little bit more, but then start refiller. Right then guys, I'll give you a quick tip of the day. Well, you probably all know this, it's probably common knowledge, but what I use for, you'll have loads of this stuff kicking around if you're doing your van up or whatever else. Just use a, God, the sun's gone bright now, the sun's come out, it was raining 2 seconds ago. I use a bit of metal to mix my filler up. You will have seen me use cardboard, but you just constantly got to keep getting rid of it, haven't you? So I'll show you what you can use, either a piece of metal, ceramic tile. We'll mix the filler up on there and then we can keep reusing that to do our filler work. So I'll mix them up on there, I'll put a skim of filler over this, and then I'll show you how easy they are to clean off. And you haven't got to keep scratching around for bits of cardboard. You can, there is a thing that they actually use, and it's called an onion board. It's got loads of, basically it's just loads of layers of paper, I guess I would call it an onion board. I've used them in the past. I've got a quick look at the price and I'll whack them up now so you can have a quick look. They're at varying price from £4 off eBay to about 12 quid. I say the one on, I haven't looked at the posting packaging on the £4 one, it's probably about 11 quid as normal. So I think the range about 12 quid. I mean, if you want to go and grab one, when you go and grab your stuff, grab one by all means. I tend to find with them though, there's a loads of pieces of paper, as I've said, and they never last through the whole book. The backing either comes away, or when you grab one sheet off, 3 or 4 sheets come off as well. So they're not great. I've used them before. I say if I'm paying for them, it's just easy just to use a piece of metal, cheaper. So yeah, I'll show you what I do with that, and then if you guys want to do the same thing when you use your filler, then that's entirely up to you. I say there is another option, that onion board, like I said. So I'm going to throw some filler on now down this, just de-abe back the fiberglass. So I'll start putting some normal filler on. Yeah guys, and then when you've done, just clean your board off, just wait for the filler to dry. I mean, what you don't want to do as well, I will mention it, whether it's, if you've got a big clump of filler that you don't use, you don't want to be scraping your filler straight into a bin. Obviously, because the filler heats up, I don't think it would ever set light to anything, but it does get really warm, so you don't want to be throwing it in through a bin of whatever you've got in there, just in case it did ignite. I don't say it ever would, but filler does get really warm before it goes off, and especially when it's in a big ball of, say, the stuff that you haven't used. So, you know, better be safe than sorry, and just let it dry first before you start throwing it in the bin. That's the filler I'll be using. Light one light Sprite. Can't remember how much I paid for it, guys. It's an easy sand filler. It's what you want to be going for, really. Obviously, easy sand means it does what it says. Put it on and it's easy to sand. And this stuff's pretty good. It doesn't need much pinholes. And I'll show you what a pinhole looks like and what you'd have to do with it after. So it is worth spending the money on the filler, or getting a good quality filler. But if you go into your local body shop supplier, they'll tell you what to use. When I looked, to be fair, there wasn't much cheap stuff. It was all pretty pretty good like that. It was all sort of lightweight, easy sand. It's what you want, really. So yeah, that's the filler I used. So I can't remember the price, bought it quite a bit back, quite a big tub. And the U-pole fiberglass, that's what I used as well. If I remember rightly, I bought that from Halfords. Bought it over lockdown. It was the only place that I got any. Quite impressed, really. Quite impressed with the size of the tub. So yeah, let's just keep putting filler on. Another filler and bodywork video, but we're almost at the end of it. And then, like I just mentioned earlier, all the fun stuff starts for me. All the stuff I've really been looking forward to doing as well, all the inside, making all that look really nice. So stay tuned. And then what you do, guys, with your filler board, when all the filler's dry, to reuse it, grab yourself your D8. Knock the filler off, it's ready to use again. There we go, look, saved you 10 quid or whatever. Right then, guys, another thing I have been sort of toying with the idea of doing is setting up a bit of a Facebook page, maybe VW Polygrey sort of Facebook page. You'll have to let me know what you think in the comments below. I mean, I wouldn't have a clue how to set one up. I'd have to get Lisa to do it. But if I have enough comments, let's see what people think. And you know what, you get to see I was thinking the other day, you get to see my van pretty much every week or every other week when I put a video. And in the comments below, I know a lot of you have got T25s and doing them up, or other different projects, but you know what, it's just I want to do it. Well, I'm just nosy, really. I'll be quite honest, I'm just really nosy. I just want to see where you are with your projects, and I think it'd be nice that we can share advice on there, and more videos, and not videos that I'm doing, videos that you're doing, and problems you got. And as a community, so VW Polygrey sort of community, we can help each other out. We're all gonna have problems. We're all really good at one thing and have our good points and bad points and weaknesses on different things. Now I thought it'd be nice if we could just all, you know, whoever was a member of, say, like whoever was a subscriber, could then join the Facebook page, get a little bit of community. You never know, years to come we could always even arrange a meetup, or even maybe lock down a virtual meet. So something you want to interest in, and get Lisa to set you up. I'll try and get something sorted. Let me know in the comments below. I think it'd probably be quite a good idea. So we do Instagram a little bit. Lisa put some photos on there, but I think Facebook would be good for that reason. So just let me know, guys. I'm gonna carry on with this. Another quick tip as well with filler, doesn't really apply much in the summer, but in the winter when it's cold and you want the hardener to go off, you want to just add a little bit of heat to speed the process up of it drying. So you won't need to do that in the summer. To be fair, you'll be struggling to get it on fast enough, but certainly in the winter when it starts getting colder, stuff takes ages to dry. So hairdryer, heat gun, don't want to go mad, don't burn it. But yeah, probably our tips are flying in today, guys. I'm gonna roll with them. Right, then moving on then. So the blocks I use for sanding, you'll have seen me use this one before, made by 3M. and it's really a wet block. It's for sort of wet sanding. You saw me use that when I painted the side of the van, use it as a squeegee as well. I had that when I used to work in trade, so I didn't have to buy that. Same with this, it's got Velcro on the back for sticking, obviously. The pads comes with attachment onto a hose if you've got a hose to get rid of the filler dust, which I haven't. I also use that as well, but you haven't got to do it. Another thing I do use is that there as well, and that, believe it or not, is for grating tiles. But it's flat, it's what you want. Quickly show you. The 80 grit paper that I use fits on it lovely, and to be honest, I had that lying around, so you haven't got to go out and buy all these again. There's always an option, I think, with everything that you do. I use that quite more than what I actually thought I would, especially for big filler work. So yeah, there's option for everything. Just wanted to show you the three sort of blocks I use to keep the panel flat. I'll just quickly show you guys. Like I said, this is for putting on tile grate. So what I do with it, put it in my sander like that. Obviously that's not Velcro anyway, so it wouldn't work. I'd fold it over and then use, while I'm gripping that with my hand, palms of my hand underneath, use that. And that's how I use that, and it works really well. And that's just something I had lying around in there. So I guess you could use a block of wood as well, but the only thing with a block of wood, you wouldn't have the handle on. You really need something you can grip hold of when you're doing big filler work, so you can really knock it off. Right then, good morning. It's Sunday, 23rd I believe, and this is where I got to yesterday. So I got most of the filler in that seam there, and at the bottom that line slightly out there, so I'll work on that a little bit more today, and the rest of that quarter panel, try and get that in filler, try and get that ready for sort of paint. So yeah, that's where I am today, guys. Stay tuned. I'll take quick sort of sneak previews of my sort of progress, and then if I get time, I don't know whether I will, depending, I might put that I might go down that one side with the stone guard, which I've got left, but we'll see, weather permitted. So yeah, stay tuned. I'll keep you informed of my progress, and I hopefully start putting some paint on this side of the van next few days, maybe next weekend. But what I am going to do, it's slightly different. Obviously that one side, it's a big panel, so I had to do it all at once, but I'll probably paint the quarter, then the sliding door, then the front end. That's probably how I'm going to tackle this side, I think, being outside. So yeah guys, I'll catch you in a sec. Okay, so I am still putting filler on this rear quarter, and you are probably all wondering why I put so much filler on that quarter panel there. And I'll be quite honest with you, when I actually put that quarter panel on, I probably went to the wrong line really when I welded it. Obviously it was something I'd never really done before, and around about here it's kind of where the heat's kind of warped the panel in just a touch. So I want to fix that really, or make it at least look better before I put primer on and paint the van. As I say, that's probably my fault how that's happened, but you live and learn. When I did the van, I went up to this swage line here, but ideally I should probably have welded and cut to that. May have stopped it pulling in a little bit, but never mind. It's not, it looks like a lot of filler, but it's only a skim of where it is. It's probably me just being really picky. So I'm going to knock that filler off and carry on. We can also use guide coat on the filler as well, so similar to the primer that I showed you in I think it was last week's video. So obviously you knock that off and it will show you where all the low spots are, so, and the high spots. So I'm going to knock that off in a second. I'll quickly show you what I mean. Started to rain, so I'll quickly show you. See there, blocked it, just left that V. Obviously that's lower than the rest. A couple of high spots there. that's what we use the Go coat as well. It also helps with the filler. I'm going to carry on with that. Right then, that repair is pretty much done. I'm just going to throw some, well, I'm going to work on it a little more tomorrow possibly, so I'm not going to drag the compressor out. I'm going to do what I normally do. I'm just going to roll some primer on so it's protected overnight. So it's Monday tomorrow, I've got tomorrow off. Going to do a little bit more work on the van if the weather's okay. So guys, that's me pretty much done for this week's video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. And you know what, if you've got to the end, consider subscribing. It's absolutely free, won't cost you an absolute penny. So you might as well hit that subscribe button and follow the journey, follow the channel. Put a video on every week or every other week. So I look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks. Hopefully we get some paint down this side of the van. So guys, thank you again. Thank you for everyone who subscribed. We're nearly at 300 subscribers. So thank you very much. And I'll catch you all soon.